Yeah, so here we are. My name's Ben. I'm here with Tim.
The one and only.
Yeah, Tim, I was really excited today to do this with you. You told me you wanted to do it, and I just thought it'd be a lot of fun. So,
Yeah, give it a shot.
yeah, we discussed this earlier. It's either going to be a huge flop or might be slightly entertaining, right? So hopefully it's the latter, but I don't know. But anyway, me and you, we just finished our first year of college education, and so we have two pretty different experiences.
Community college and
versus university, right?
University.
So I went to university. Tim went to a community college.
Yeah.
And I just kind of want to talk about your experience compared to mine. So living at home compared to living in a dorm, that kind of thing.
Yeah, living at home is pretty lame, especially when, all your friends are out doing their thing, you know, having fun. But, I mean, it's all right,
Yeah.
You don't have to pay for as much money, which is really, really good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I basically get to go to school for half off because first 2 years of community college are basically free.
Right, exactly.
So, I mean, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's good. And you just had a certain grade requirement for that, right?
Yeah, the specific program I'm in, I have to maintain a certain grade, and then if I maintain that grade, I go to a 4-year institution for engineering,
right?
Which is pretty good.
Yeah, and it's a lot, financially, it's a lot smarter.
Yeah, smarter. Socially, it's not that much fun because, when you're at school, you got the dorms, I feel like, and then, people's hanging out at their dorms, you can walk everywhere on campus. It's really easy to go to parties or events or, be in clubs, whereas at community college, I'm lucky I'm only 15 minutes away, but some people have to go, 40 minutes away to drive or, they don't have a car and they have to, work that out.
Yeah, so for me, the thing that I thought about the most while living in a dorm compared to a home as you were living in with your family, I missed having food like whenever I wanted it because I don't go, I lived with my friend Grant, and me and Grant don't fucking go grocery shopping, right?
Yeah.
Or I wanted to, but Grant would never want to go with me. So that kind of sucked, but it was hard, not hard, obviously, I survived, but it was annoying not being able to come home and having, like, snacks and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, because, like, you had snacks at first because, your family's around, they're visiting, then they're like, oh, yeah, let's stock you up, bro.
Right.
And then, you get
Right, yeah, but then, of course, I blow through that shit in, like
a week.
Yeah, exactly.
If that.
Yeah, and they give me a decent amount of food, and I just blow through it.
Yeah.
But,
thoughts on ramen as a college student?
Very good.
Very good?
Very good.
Not underrated or overhyped?
Not at all. I ate a decent amount of ramen. When my grandparents came and visited me, they bought me a ton. We went to a Walmart and
didn't you get a ramen bowl too?
I did for Christmas. Yes, I did not bring it to school though. I should have. Right. I got chopsticks. My girlfriend gave me chopsticks. Yes, I brought those.
Oh, okay.
I use those pretty often.
So ramen is not overrated. It's like pretty good.
No, I think when I first learned how much it cost, I forget how much it cost exactly, but it was like a box of 12 little, packages of them is like $4.
Oh.
Yes, it's ridiculous. They're literally like 15 cents a packet of ramen, which is ridiculous. And I think for 15 cents, it's not good for you.
No.
In any sense, it's very bad for you. But I think for 15 cents, you feed your tummy, yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, because, people say when you start college, freshman 10, right, you gain 10 pounds. Because, I don't think, you're fine. You're
I didn't.
But, food's a lot more accessible, or, at least at the cafeterias and whatnot. And then, you're not pressured to eat as healthily because your mom's not over your back.
Right, exactly. Yeah, no, for the first week or so, I did actually try to eat healthy. Like when I went to get meals from the dining hall, I would try and get things, because Grant would do it. And so I would try to get a well-balanced, get a protein, get a veggie, get some whatever else. Grain, yeah, that's
milk.
The thing. Grain.
Get to drink your milk.
Exactly. Not get like, Sprite soda all the time or Coca-Cola, right? And I did for a while, I tried, but towards the end of the semester, I was so stressed with classes and stuff like that, I didn't give a fuck anymore. I ate like garbage. Yeah. And I would just get like chicken tenders every day.
Yeah.
And it was bad.
I think for the most part, because I started bringing my own lunches second semester because it was just cheaper, and then like
Right.
the food was slightly better.
Right.
The
You get what you want every time.
Yeah, and then there was one because there's a Subway on campus. 1 week straight, I had Subway every day, and it was just like
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I remember that. I think
Subway.
I
I
remember
mean,
that.
I don't know. Subway's in a weird spot where it's like it's okay, it's like healthy-ish for you, but like I don't know. It just feels like it shouldn't be healthy.
I get tired of it too.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
Like after a while, there was a point in high school where we'd go off campus for lunch, and we got Subway like 3 or 4 times in a week once, because we go out almost every day,
That's
and
bad.
because it was way more fun than sitting in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
And yeah, we got it like 3 or 4 times in a week, and that I felt very sick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and then there's that story you told me about, like with Jason. You'd go to Taco Bell for like a week straight when you were younger.
No, when Doritos Locos Tacos first came out,
Yeah.
I was a small boy, in junior high, and I was friends with a guy named Jason who, whatever, Jason's Jason, but he let's just say I hung out with him because he was cool for the most part. I don't know if he'll listen to this, probably not. But
yeah, make fun of him.
If you do, I'm sorry, Jason. You're nice now. I know you now, and you're nice. He's a Rocket League streamer now, isn't that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
He wants to. He invited me to Discord yesterday.
Yeah.
For his Rocket League Twitch following.
Really?
Yes.
Was there like a good amount of people?
Decent amount, yeah. And I have no idea who any of them are.
20.
I can pull it up actually.
Yeah, I mean that's like really cool, like, because he played it on console, right? And then he got a
He
PC.
did, yeah. He played on console for like, I forget how many hours he told me. He had like 1,500 hours or something on console, which is ridiculous to play Rocket League, I feel like.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, in games like TF2, like there's a couple of games where I've got a lot of hours, and TF2 I've had the most. But I think for most, I didn't like play competitively like Jason did with Rocket League, and I just did it for fun. And there was a lot of times where it's just putzing around.
Yeah.
Doing whatever.
We screwed around in Rocket League.
Yeah.
Our fair share.
And then like, I've had that game for a while. I mean, it's been out for like a decade, pretty much, more than that, and had it for a while. Played it when you were younger.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, this is around like 15, 20 people, I think.
I mean, that's pretty good. Like,
that's
all
not
things
bad.
considered. Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm pretty sure he's like doing it just for fun.
Yeah, exactly.
I can imagine streaming. Like, there's a lot of pressure. You need to, be really good personality, or you need to be really good at the game.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't have either of those, like in any game.
Yeah.
I don't even know what games I'm like really good at. I guess Rebirth, Binding of Isaac Rebirth, because I
you
played
could stream
so
that,
much
yeah.
of that. But
Yeah.
then I got bored with that after I got like 500 hours in that game. And a lot of that was just like, I did it to kill time because, I don't want to hop in a game of League because that'll take too long, or I don't want to play, a long game where I know I have to have a time constraint. Like I'd play Isaac if it was just like, before I had to go somewhere.
It just
kill
becomes
time.
something to do instead of doing nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and not to say like the game isn't fun. The game is definitely fun, and they did a lot of stuff with it. They've got a lot of content in that game.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Just after a while, it got kind of boring.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, I guess going back to the college experience thing, I wanted to ask you, because you haven't really told me many things. I know you didn't go out that much, right? Like,
No.
I mean, you had a group of friends at your school,
Yeah.
and you would hang out with them and stuff like that. But I guess, what is the craziest thing that's happened to you? I guess, to me, something crazy might be different to what you think something crazy is.
Go tell that one story where it's like, that one party you went to, and homeboy was.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So I was, I go to a dorm party, and we're drinking water.
Yeah.
We're all enjoying our waters, right?
Yeah.
And
some people enjoy it more than others.
Yeah, some people enjoying their water a little bit more than others. And I have a friend. We'll say his name is like Josh or something. So Josh is. They're only most of the dorms, not all of them, have lofted beds. They're bunk beds.
Yeah.
And so Josh is. I'm motioning with my hands right now. You can't see it, but Josh is doing pull-ups on someone's bunk bed, and they're just made of wood. They're just not like.
Yeah, like nailed in or screwed in or something.
Yeah, maybe if it was like an army bed, like if I was in the army, then it would have held, right? Because army beds are like just wire framed, like sturdy.
Yeah.
But this is just a wood lofted bed, and so he is doing pull-ups on this board, like he's holding onto a board and doing pull-ups on it, and he tears the board off of the bunk bed, and everyone kind of like stops and looks at him, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And the person who lives in this room is not in the room currently. He is in the bathroom, or he's talking to someone. I don't know. He's not in the room.
Yeah.
And we all get together and we find all the screws that go to this board.
Yeah.
And we're all like, no, this is fine. We can put it back on. This is no big deal. You won't have to pay anything probably. You know, it's not that big of a deal. We can fix this. And everyone's kind of agreeing that, yeah, we can fix this. And another guy who, what should I name him? I'll just say his name is like Greg. Or something.
Yeah,
Greg does not describe the type of person he is. His real name describes him a lot better. I don't know if I should say it though. Fuck it, I don't care. His name's Shane, so you can tell Shane's gonna be that fucking guy, right?
Yeah.
So Shane, he's a bit of a party animal. He's from Wisconsin, I believe, so he grew up with like driving ATVs and like doing that kind of shit. And so Shane takes the board from someone else's hands and decides the best course of action to do, after we have all discussed that we can fix this, we can put it back on, he decides the best course of action is to take this board and throw it out the window, to break the screen on the window and just throw it out the window. We're like 3 stories up. And that's what he does.
Did he scream like, spring break?
I mean,
party!
Basically, he might as well have been. Everyone is just in awe and so taken back by this. Like, why would you do this? And, I guess long story short, I think the next day they went out to the like street or whatever, the parking lot that was outside of their window, and they found the board again. Yeah, or something. It was like, I don't know what it was.
If it was a parking lot, they got lucky that it didn't hit a car.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it was a like a loading bed.
Oh, okay.
For trucks, like they do deliveries for like the laundry stuff. I think I don't know, but they it fell into this loading bed, didn't hit a car or anything. Thank God. That would have been even worse. But I think they ended up finding the board. I don't know if they put it back on or not, or if they paid fees or anything. But
yeah,
we kind of just left it, and we're like, okay, Shane, you can do that. Like, we're gonna go to a different dorm. But yeah, so that's one of the crazier things that happened to me. I have a few other stories if we want to go into them. But so now we can go to you. It's like compared to what you have experienced.
Well, because the thing about community college, at least for me, you know. Either there are people from my high school who went there, but people I never really talked to, or people who are just trying to figure out where they're going in life, which is a good place to do at community college. By the way,
exactly.
Plus, but like I didn't really go to any parties. Like the friend group I had, they didn't really do that kind of thing. Or,
sure.
They had their own friend groups who did it. Understandable. Like I was mostly just. Little voice crack about.
We can cut that one out. Cut that one out.
Yeah, in post. We'll get in post.
Sure.
But I didn't, I was mostly focused on studying because I had to maintain grades, and
right.
I did pretty well. I ended up with straight A's and a B. I don't know what my GPA is.
Yeah, that's way better than what I did.
Like,
so.
Yeah, pretty good.
You took harder classes than me, so.
Yeah. Anyways, so I didn't really do anything crazy. I mean, the school I went to, the community college, there's people there who are, let's say normal. And people who dress up in Spider-Man suits and walk around.
Sure.
And that wasn't the only case of that kind of thing happening.
Yeah, and just really quick, I'll interject here. I'm taking public speaking at Harper right now.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's a requirement for software engineering majors, because, most software engineering majors can't speak in front of people.
Yeah.
So I'm taking public speaking right now, and I've only gone to like 3 classes because the first week my teacher was sick. She had like leukemia or something. Not leukemia, pneumonia.
Yeah,
that's bad. But she had pneumonia, so she was in the hospital, I believe, and she was out of the classes. We didn't go for the first week, so I've been there for around a week now, and okay? She's fine.
Okay, good.
But I just want to say I have experienced what you're talking about. Yeah. Just within the first week.
Yeah, because you and then like all the other guys, they're taking classes at Harper now. It's like, when I say these weird people, everybody's got their own thing going on, but
that's okay. That's good. You can rail them.
They won't listen to this, right?
Yeah, probably not.
But like, now that you probably believed me before, but now that there's people walking around there who are like, I'd say are making questionable decisions.
Questionable life decisions. Yeah.
How they act, but like, there's a guy who like, this isn't that bad. He just wore a really like kind of crazy cowboy like anime hat with a feather in it once.
Okay.
And, I think it's not that bad, but
like a World of Warcraft archer type of thing.
I don't know what that looks like, but I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
And then like I've seen a couple of tails, you know,
Yeah,
thrown
yeah.
out of people's pants, and it's just like, you can express yourself, but I'll judge you anyways.
You express yourself, but if it's fucking weird,
It's weird.
I'm gonna judge you. Yeah.
I don't know if Grant had any kind of experiences like that, because you only take classes twice a week, right? For like a couple hours a day.
He's there every day, I believe,
Which
or
building
every
you in?
Monday through Thursday.
Which building are you in? Do you know?
L.
Yeah, that's where that's like the gen ed, like liberal arts type place where you might see that more common rather than in a math building or a science building.
Right.
Yeah. Other than that, nothing really crazy happening. Maybe because like you don't really see any crazy stuff on campus when just like walking around. It's really only at parties that you see the crazy stuff, and if you don't go to the parties, then you don't.
Yeah, it's either at parties or walking around at night.
Yeah, late
is
at
when
night.
you see the weird things, and you're not at school at night. So
well, yeah, no, not really. And even if it is at night, like most people aren't there at night because they don't live on campus.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a me and Grant used to talk about the weekly cycle of Yeah, so what would happen was after Wednesday night to Saturday night or Sunday night. Saturday night would procedurally the cat's walking around.
Don't get distracted.
As the week progressed, the amount of shenanigans that would happen
increase
on campus just during the day or in afternoons, evenings would increase. So it was only after Wednesday too. So Monday and Sunday night and then Monday and Tuesday were pretty dead.
Yeah.
But after Wednesday is when people thought, oh, it's the weekend now. I don't have to go to class anymore.
It's let's the witching hour.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's just go crazy. Which was pretty funny, and that just includes people yelling things at you from their cars.
What?
Like fuck you, or I don't know, shit like that. Ryan Christensen used to do that, all the time.
Yeah, well, he's kind of a funny guy sometimes.
Yeah, I would be driving with them to go. Oh, jeez.
Uh-oh, the cat's gonna ruin everything. All right. Oh, no, it's fine. All right. Crisis aborted.
I would be driving with them to go and get, food or something, and he would just roll the window down, and he would just roll the window down, and he would just yell things at people, and you should have let it ring, man.
Okay. Quick interjection here. You know what pisses me off?
What?
Robot calls. Because I get so many.
What's the deal with the robot calls?
I don't know. Because I get so many. Do you get them?
Yes.
I get so many of them. I feel like I've been. Well, yeah, I don't answer most of them either. But I get them much more often now. And then they leave messages, and then okay, I'll check my messages. Maybe somebody's gonna back me for a job. Nope.
Yeah, no, that's what my thing was as well when I was searching for a job was I'd apply to places, and then if I got a call, I would just answer it immediately because assuming it's someone from a
company or something.
Yeah. Who in the job application department who wants to get an interview or whatever, and you answer and it's, hello, your tires could be fucked. Some shit like that.
Or it's you just won $1 billion.
Yeah.
Or
yeah, dude. I remember there was one that was you and your family may have just won or had the opportunity to win.
Or it's
all expense paid trip.
It's a death threat. It's the IRS is coming after you.
Yeah, that's
you better give us your information, otherwise the IRS will come get you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's messed up. It's I don't know, what do they gain out of it? I guess they're trying to get old people because they're trying.
Yeah,
they don't
it's
really
just
know.
people trying to scam other people. I think
it's insane.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll hop off the college topic, and I think let's just go. I don't know, Kanye album or something.
Yeah. So we're not gonna get sued, right?
No.
Because
we don't. We're not playing the.
Oh, okay.
The song.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. Yeah, I haven't listened to his entire discography. I listened to Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I listened to Yeezus. I listened to College Dropout.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't listened to his other two early albums. I just haven't, done it.
No, I haven't really listened to that much either. The thing with me is I don't listen to full albums.
Yeah, you listen to singles.
I listen to singles. I listen to what people you guys will. Us and our friends will mostly, you and Tyler and Grant are the three music people. Ryan kind of sometimes, but you
Well,
and Tyler and
who
Grant.
like talk about it? Or...
Yeah, you three are the big music people, especially Tyler.
Yeah, especially Tyler.
And Grant too, actually. The more I've
Yeah, he made that Grant made the Discord channel.
Yeah, exactly.
We have a Discord, friends Discord. It's just a bunch of buddies hanging out playing video games. Talk about music, talk about food, talk about swag. Pretty good stuff.
Anyway.
Okay, so we're going to get that in post.
So,
Grant.
what was I saying? You're Tim. You, Tyler,
Tim.
and Grant. You are the three music people. So usually what I will do is you guys listen to the full album, and then you all say like, "Oh, I like this track. I like this song. I like this song." And then I just listen to those. I don't listen to the whole thing. This album, I actually listened to the whole thing.
Well, that's because it's only
20 minutes long, exactly. So I listened to the whole thing. And I also enjoyed it quite a bit. I thought it was very refreshing to see someone as arrogant as Kanye, right? Which I love Kanye. I think Kanye's great. I'm not trying to
shit on him.
Yeah, exactly. But I think someone as arrogant as him do an album that was as humble as that one.
Well, I mean, it's like interesting, like because I took a music class my senior year of high school. It was really fun, blow off class.
Yeah, sure. But it was a blow off class, but it was interesting.
Yeah, it was really interesting. There are a lot of people in that class who had very interesting opinions about music.
Right.
Like, anyways, one of the topics like that the teacher kind of brought up because he just talks about whatever, Mr. Man.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We can say Mr. Quick. It's fine.
Yeah, Mr. Yeah, he's fast. He talked about like Kanye.
He's fast.
He talked about Kanye as like a person or an idea because like. He thinks that the whole entire arrogant and like ego thing is just an act. I think is what he said.
Yeah, which I kind of could agree with.
I don't know because like you're so far into it. Like maybe at first it might have been an act because I don't know, like whatever reasoning he had behind doing it. But like even if it was an act at first, like you do it for so long and like you start believing it's true. Like
yeah, exactly.
Have you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is that he probably came up with it as a way to make yourself stand out. Is when you're a new artist, you need to do something like that. Just with anything, you need to do something that makes you different because the only way people will pay attention to you is if you're different than something they've already heard.
And I don't know like how early on he had the ego, or if it's always been like his personality, or if it's like he developed it because once you start to get a taste of like power and wealth and fame, then it's understandably it's gonna like go to your head, and I'd probably get a bit of an ego myself if I had that kind of thing. Yeah. Anyways,
I thought you were just gonna say you have a big ego.
A big ego?
Yeah, I thought you were just gonna say I kind of have a big ego too.
No, I think everybody else has a big ego about me.
That's another thing I want to talk about.
On the podcast.
Yeah, we can talk about it on the podcast.
Right. I don't know where this is going.
It's such an you. How do I word this?
Yeah, be careful, buddy.
You are so fascinating to me, Tim. This is like real talk. Like, I'm not even joking. Like you are so fascinating to me
what does that
because
mean?
You have created this persona for yourself that people love to hate, I guess.
Latch onto.
Latch onto, and it's just I don't know how to describe it. It's just so amazing because people love to be around you, but at the same time, I feel like with how much we make fun of you, like why do we like to be around you so much?
I don't know.
And it's incredible.
And it's not me who did it. It's like I'm pretty sure it's Matt, Tyler, you, Grant. Grant's been on one lately. He's been flaming the shit out of me.
Grant's been on one. I don't flame you as much.
But when you do, it's a zinger.
I keep. Well, that's how I work with everyone. I don't really flame, but when I do flame, it's a zinger. It's feisty.
But it's just it's like with Snapchat. There's for those of you who don't know, which is everyone. There's multiple group chats named and inspired after me.
Yes.
Our Discord is called
it's like amazing. It's like
Tim's Basement.
You're a celebrity, Tim.
But I don't want to be.
See, this is another thing. Like Liam, my cousin.
Yeah.
Liam. Whenever my grandparents come to visit me, and if they've gone and visited Liam, every time they come visit, they talk about how much Liam talked about you.
You're kidding me.
I'm serious.
You're kidding me.
I'm serious, dude. And Liam will talk about them like, "Hey, you guys seen Tim?" Has Tim been around? Like, I kind of want to hang out with Tim. That's what he says to my grandparents. And I don't know. I feel like if he was just doing it, like, he wouldn't screw around about that. Like, you know, maybe if I go see Liam and he asks me, like, oh, you see Tim?
That's like
that's normal. But to my grandparents, I feel like it's something. He's not screwing around. Like, he means it. Like, he wants to know what you've been doing and like where you've been.
You should just ask me then. Liam sends me a Snapchat every day. Mm-hmm. I don't have a streak with him anymore. Yeah. I don't like streaks. Streaks are annoying.
Sure.
But sends me a Snapchat of something every day. Most of the time it's his face. Like,
yeah, he does it to me too.
Well, I know he does that to you too, but it's like, man, I did not know that. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I was supposed to tell you that. But it's just like, it's so crazy to me because I feel like, again, if I was going to visit him, or, you know, if one of our friends going to visit him and he said, like, where's Tim been? Like, then it's like, you know.
Yeah, but
it's reasonable, but it's with my grandparents, so that means it's something that he actually cares about, and like he wants to.
Is that like a good thing? Because hey, people care about me. Okay, that's right. Nice. Or is it like obsessive?
Unless he's a genius and he's doing it like
for the meta.
Yeah, for the meta, like he's doing it, and he's just next level. That could be it too. I don't know.
Possibly, man. It's weird to think that there's a meta based around me. This is like kind of real talk. I've thought about like how weird it is that
there's Tim Lore podcast.
let's not do that.
This
is one time thing. How weird it is, just like I'm Tim.
Yes.
And people reference me, and people who I've never met reference me because they've seen like the stupid little pictures that you guys make from Snapchat stickers and
like
all
Andy,
that shit.
Like Andy.
Yeah, like Andy. Like, I don't know Andy, but he's like, wait, you're Tim from Snapchat.
Yeah, you're like a celebrity. You're like a softcore celebrity.
But that's just like weird.
But it's awesome. I feel like.
Why?
Because I know you.
Okay, I know you too, but I'm not.
Yeah, but you don't seem. I don't get mentioned like, oh, Ben from Snapchat.
Would you want that?
I mean, maybe. I think it'd be kind of cool. You know,
it's kind of unsettling.
I feel like for you, it's reasonable to think it's not cool because you have the mindset of, oh, they're fucking with me.
Well, they are.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, I mean, no, but like, I feel like Andy's not. Andy wouldn't. He doesn't know anything.
Well, yeah, no. And it's just like, but it's just like kind of like. I've noticed that if there's a die down in the conversation.
Yeah.
Grant or Ryan especially will just be like, Tim.
Yeah.
No,
you're the what's
the scapegoat.
The scapegoat. Yeah, you're like, you know, people say like or and everything, you know, when they speak.
Tim,
for them when there's silence and they need to fill the silence, you are.
Okay, why me? Why not Joey?
I don't. Okay, I don't know. That's exactly what I'm so like fascinated by. Is like, what is it about you that makes you this person that people obsess over? Yeah.
It's just like Tyler does it. Like Tyler puts me on his Snapchat story. Like he put me on his Snapchat story, like mentioning me multiple times during the school year.
Yeah.
And it's like at this point, I don't know what to think of it. I don't know if it's like appreciation or like I genuinely miss the person Tim or I miss the idea of Tim.
Yeah, right. That's the thing too. Is there's a difference between you, Tim, and the idea of Tim.
And like cool, you know, we have the Snapchat group chat where everybody's in. You hold all over the country. You know, people are in there, and they're like frequently be like, if nobody says anything, like it's dead for like a day or two.
Yeah. Somebody
texts, anybody missing Tim right now? It's just like. What the fuck do you mean?
Well, and that's the other thing too is when if I'm at school, right, and I'm at a party or something, we're drinking water.
Yeah.
And
water's pretty good.
And I'm feeling good off my water, right?
Yeah.
And one of the first things that come to my head is, I wish Tim was here. Like, what's he doing? Which is also insane to me. Why do I?
Is that like genuine though, or is it like? I mean, because I get like, oh man, you know, my bros, like I'm hanging out with my friends, you know, having a good time. You know, I wish they were here to experience that with me. Or is it like...
I don't know.
Compulsory.
Right. Is it like an obsessive thing over you as a person?
All I'm saying
or an idea, I don't know.
Fucked up. All right? Just a little fucked up.
I don't know, man. It's just something I think about a lot is you. Is that proof right there?
Proof? Oh, that's proof, yeah.
Yeah.
Proof that Ben is, you know, maybe a little... I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
Tim obsessed.
Yeah, Tim obsessed. But Ty was like genuinely Tim obsessed, and like not with the person, which I'm, I don't know. I'm glad he's not obsessed with me, but he's obsessed with the idea of me, which is weird.
Yeah.
Which is like, how would you feel? It's like, oh, Ben, I love Ben. It's like,
I don't know.
It's like mood of the day is love Ben, or mood of the day is hate Ben.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Or like if you're just sitting at lunch, and like everyone just starts flaming you for no reason. Yeah. I don't think I did anything to like get this persona built. I think everybody else did it for me. It's like I tried talking with Joey with this about like once because there's a meme that.
Sorry about that. Quick interruption. The police actually just burst in the back door. They broke the glass door. And they walked in and said, "Where the fuck is Tim?" And that's just what we were just talking about. So.
And Ben just came up with that. He could have said anything else, but it had to be related to me.
Which is just proof. That's just proof.
It is. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like, so I think I was talking to Joey about it, and like, there's this joke in the group chat, or in the group where it's like, oh, Tim's mentally disabled. I'm not. Just putting it out there. I'm good. That's fine. I'm all good.
Yeah.
But, I don't know where that came from. And I asked Joey once, okay, where do you genuinely think that came from? Because I think you guys do a bunch of messed up, stuff all the time where it's like, where you could say, okay, these guys act kind of stupid, Mm-hmm. And it's just like, well, I mean, there's some stories that I don't want to get into that are kind of embarrassing, but it's like, you guys have done some pretty dumb stuff. And it's like, but people latch on to when Tim does.
Right. They fixate. Keyword vocabulary word. They fixate on things that you do. So I could, I don't know, just do some like dumb shit, right?
Yeah.
But if you do it something like a day or two after, it's like all pressure is off of me.
Well, it's like we had that one New Year's incident where.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Angel, or our friend. Yeah, we'll say his name is.
Yeah, no, he deserves to have his name set. This is fucked.
Well, I don't know. Let's cut that out. This guy.
Okay.
Let's say Fred.
Fred.
We were having a New Year's party. We were having some water. And water was pretty good, but Fred really liked water.
Mm-hmm.
And he was really thirsty for some water. So
he's getting hydrated.
He's getting really hydrated, and he got like hydrated enough to where he's just gonna be really annoying. And he's like. Everybody's just chilling, playing video games, and he's like, "Oh, pay attention to me, Angel or Fred."
We'll just put over, "Pay attention to Fred," or whatever.
Yeah. Look at that. And Fred is just like, on one. He's like popping off, and he's like, you guys don't really like me as a friend. And before that, I'm like, Fred's a pretty all right guy. I mean, he's done some, kind of kooky stuff, but I mean, who hasn't?
Some questionable things, but we all do kooky things a couple of times.
Yeah, that's fine. It's understandable. Whatever.
It's okay.
I mean, I was fine with him, like as a friend.
Yeah, I was too.
Hang out with him.
And I wasn't there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you weren't there.
I wasn't able to get a ride to Grant's house that night, so I was not there. I dodged a very large bullet, as Tim will explain.
Yeah. So we were just drinking our water, and Fred starts, doing his bullshit, and we're like. Fred, we do appreciate you. You just calm down. Just take a seat, take it easy, drink some actual water.
Drink some more.
Drink some water. So he did drink water, but he drank the bad kind of water.
Oh yeah.
And things just got worse from there. And we had a friend over, and he was drinking for his first time. We were taking care of him. We drink our water, but we're careful about it.
Yeah.
We're responsible. And that's important. So he's, having fun, doing all right. Starts feeling it a little bit. And, we got these two guys here, might have had too much water to drink, but Fred is just like...
Fred's on one.
He's on one. And he's like, oh, I'm studying, psychology, so I'm going to analyze you guys. And, he starts counting, limbs or something.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what are you doing? Just calm down. We trust you. I mean, just take it easy. Maybe Fred was having something else going on where, he's just got a lot of emotions and, that's fine. But then it got to a point where it's just like, all right, dude, sit the fuck down. Just keep quiet. Try not to puke and don't drink any more water.
Yeah.
And... we tried to get him to that point. I had to, wrangle him, and like just get him to calm down and like talk to him. And at one point he was in the corner like talking to himself, and he's just like, oh yeah, oh man, I don't know about this one. And then we get in a little argument, and he's like, you guys aren't really my friends. And we're like, no, Fred, just calm down. just work it out in the morning. He's like, no, I'm gonna drive home. And at that point we're like, no,
that's when it gets
sit down.
Serious.
Sit down right now.
Right.
And by that point, we started drinking our water around midnight, New Year's, a little bit before that, 11. But then Fred just, for some reason, he might have been acting at first to like get our attention, or like really did get a lot of really hydrated. Mm-hmm. But it's just like it started so soon, and before that we were having a good time. We were just playing video games, and when we drink our water, we just chill out, have fun.
Sure.
Don't get too crazy.
Right. Exactly.
Then Fred just like starts doing his thing, and a couple hours in, he's like, this is probably 2 a.m. He's like, okay, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna drive. And we're like, no, you need to sit down. And it's like, all right, he complies for a little bit, but that's only because he's really hydrated and he's starting to feel queasy, because if you drink too much water, you get queasy.
Right. Like it happens to everybody.
Yeah. So he sits down, we get him a bowl. He,
a bowl.
Yeah.
A little doggy bowl.
Well, no, the funny thing about the bowl is that it was like a sports themed bowl, and like in the middle of it, I can't quite remember. I think it said like goal or something like that, like touchdown or hole in one. But so he's doing his thing. He does that, and then our friend who was drinking for the first time, drinking water, he starts feeling queasy. We give him a bowl, and that's fine. And then things just go to shit.
Yeah.
Even more than they had, and pukes starts flying because very hydrated. Mm-hmm. And it gets on the couch, it gets on the carpet, and it's just like at that point we're just like screwed, because Grant's parents didn't know that we were drinking at that time, or at least didn't really confront us about it, and we kept it down low. But at that point it was like the point of no return, actually the point of no return. And we're like trying to clean it up, and like I think it's at like 4 or 5 a.m, and Grant's parents come down. They're like, all right, they knew something was up, and they saw everything, and we were lucky. Grant's parents were pretty chill about it. They understood, and they were just like, be careful about it. And that was fine. And at this point it's like 5 or 6 in the morning, everybody's up and just like kind of sitting around like kind of dumbfounded. Fred is passed out, and we're keeping an eye on him, making sure he's okay. And then so is our one friend, and we're like, okay, it's over. Mm-hmm. It was a crazy night, New Year.
The storm's passed. Yeah.
And we're like, okay, take it easy. We all lie down to, get our little bit of rest. And, maybe like an hour or so, hour and a half passes. I'm like on the floor on the other side of the couch.
On the floor.
Grant's, on his computer just playing video games or something, and everybody's just kind of spaced out. And then right next to his desk, Grant has a workout bench. Mm-hmm. And after that night, that workout bench became infamous. And so Grant's over there playing computer, and Angel like gets up and sort of a drunkard and like not really sure what he's doing.
Drunken stupor.
Yeah. Off of water, by the way. And
water, yes.
He goes on the bench. He straddled it, and it just kind of like lays there. And that's fine. I wasn't quite awake for that part. That's from Grant. And Grant just was like just taking a chill pill on the bench, fine. And then I kind of wake up. I'm kind of like can't really sleep. And I get up. I stand up, and I smell something.
Stinky.
And it smells stinky.
Stinky.
It smells pretty bad. And at that point, I couldn't quite see, but I saw Angel sitting on the bench, straddling it, and I noticed his pants were down.
Okay.
Just a little bit. I could see his butt cheek, and I'm like,
that was a little cheek.
Uh-oh. And then
little pudding he's giving away for free.
I smell it, and I move about 2 or 3 inches to the right, and I see it. Oh, and I see right there behind Fred's butt is
the ploopy soupy.
The poop. And at that point it's just like another one of our friends was up, and he saw it. I told him about it, and Grant was up. I told him about it, and like even now it's just like I can't comprehend. I can't explain. Like, it was just...
You have been past the line.
It's just like...
And you've come back to tell the tale to me. It's
baffling.
amazing.
Baffled.
Absolutely
Dumbfounded.
baffling.
No words. No thoughts. Just like...
Just why?
Confusion.
Yeah.
Misunderstanding. And it's like...
Distress.
Just
and emotions.
Angel or Fred. Fred's just sitting there in his own, excrement. And Grant gets the bag, he picks it up, and wakes up Angel, and he says, Angel, you're going to clean this up, and you're going to get out of my house.
Wow.
And it's just like...
I've never seen Grant mad before, but I can only imagine.
Well, I mean, I asked him, I don't think he was mad. He said at that point, he's just like the cherry on top. Like,
he just didn't even care.
Like, it's just
he was at the point where he couldn't get any.
Because like that, all the shit that happened before, like with Fred, yelling at everyone and like just kind of causing a ruckus. And like, Grant was just like, honestly, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, like what's even the point of making it a big deal?
And so Angel cleans it up, and then our friend unfortunately has to drive him home, and he drives him home, and it's just like complete silence in the car, and Grant's just like, he's banned. He's never coming back to my house ever again.
So that was Jack that drove him home, right?
Yeah, Jack.
Did Angel say anything to him?
I don't think so. I think Angel at that point, or Fred was...
That doesn't matter. He was just silent the whole car?
Yeah, he knew what he did. And I mean, we still debate to this day. Scholars still debate to this day whether or not Angel did it on purpose or if it was an accident. We don't know. I mean,
it's like a psychological experiment. Like,
what if it was like he did it on us just to see what happens?
Exactly. Like it was a project for like his final.
It's just like,
I mean, finals were coming up, right? Do all colleges have them before winter break, or is it after?
I think his did. I think most did.
Because I mean,
it was by that point. If it's New Year's, then yeah, most people are done.
Like, what if you guys were all like on camera? Like, this was a camera show, and this was a study. Like how far you can push a human being in their own home.
Well, I mean, I think Grant handled it to the best of his ability.
I mean,
sometimes I think he's a little aggressive, but I mean, he puts his foot down and he gets shit done. So does Angel.
Taking a dumpy was the final. Like he did all the things. Like he had a bunch of notes about like what he needed to say and what he needed to do, like how to treat you guys, right? To push you to your final. Like to get. I think his goal was how much shit will they put up with until they kick me out, And he had a bunch of notes and like he studied this for like the entire semester. This was his final project, and he studied all of this. And he wrote it down, all these things he's going to do and all these things he's going to say, the way he's going to treat you guys, and see how far he can push you. And finally, he went through everything. And the last thing on his list was take a dumpy in the home, not in the bathroom. Take a dumpy in Grant's like living room or in his workout area or whatever.
It's just like,
that's the last thing he had, and he got to. He's like, well, fuck it, I guess I got to do it, and he did, and it finally pushed him over the edge.
I don't think modern science or philosophy or history can explain what happened that night. Actually, it probably can, but it's just like, it's still mind-boggling. And I mean, like at this point, it's 6 months later. I haven't talked to him at all. He's tried to reach out to Grant, and Grant's just like not having any of it, which is understandable.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't.
And then like, he's got a very thin connection to our friend group now. But I think at this point, he's basically decided.
Yeah, I haven't spoken to him, and I mean, seen him even in 6 months.
And it's just like, I don't know if I were to see him again or like talking. I don't know what I'd say. It's
exactly. Like, I would ask...
Was it worth it?
Yeah, was it fucking worth it, dude? Yeah.
Anyways, so we're going to go somewhere with that, weren't we?
I don't know.
I don't remember. God, it's such a exhausting tale to tell. It's just like, it's emotionally exhausting. It's physically exhausting. It's just like...
It's a good story, though.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him.
I feel bad for him, too.
But it's not enough to, like...
No, not enough to, like, hang out with him again.
Because like
I wasn't even there, and I'm.
But I remember because you were saying like, oh yeah, if I did something, and then you did it a couple days later.
Oh right, okay. Yes.
And then my point, I was getting past that entire thing. Grant said to me, Tim, if you did it, I think you'd like be applauded.
Right, which is hilarious. This is just bringing me back to my point of how much you like amaze me. Right?
It's just like I don't know if you guys are joking or not, because I feel like if I did that, I would actually be ousted from the group.
I really don't know.
I don't know. I think I wouldn't be like, because it's just like, if you're think about it in your shoes, like if the shit was in your shoes, huh, or on your bench.
I feel I feel like if anyone did it, we would forgive you because you're at that point where you're close enough friends with everyone.
Well, but
and we've gone through so much together that like you wouldn't be like Angel. We wouldn't ban you. Like we
Yeah.
would not hang out with you anymore. Maybe for like a day we would ban you, but the next day we'd be like, "Yo, Tim, like what are you doing, dude? Like let's hang out."
yeah, trying to shit the bench again, bro.
Yeah, and we would give you like it would just be another thing for us to like pin on you.
But okay, but like then like personally, if I was in Angel's shoes, like I'm sure he just felt like terrible about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Like regardless of what happened before, and like I'm sure he still feels bad about it now, and like completely understandable because like what he did was just
yeah,
unacceptable
yeah,
socially. Like
yeah.
regardless, I think.
he
But
passed the line.
but even if like I did it and then you guys accepted me back in the friend group, I think personally I would oust myself because it's just like so incredibly
you can't even
embarrassing.
like put up with it.
It's just like so embarrassing because one, I get enough shit from you guys anyways, and it's really annoying. But this would just be like really bad, I think.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. I don't think I'd be able to come to terms with my actions.
My actions
you
take
know,
responsibility. You brought the shit into this world, and you gotta accept
you gotta face the consequences of
shit in the bench. It's so fucked up.
But again, it's definitely a story where, at the time, it was frightening. It was emotional. It was.
It's like the Titanic.
It was like the Titanic. You could have made a movie about it, dude. We should make a movie about New Year's at Grant's house and call it like, I don't know,
Angels shit the bed.
like Angels and Devils or something. Dude.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Let's never do that.
Like it'd be a tragedy. Like people will
yeah, the anti-hero.
when it happens, like you're crying the whole time,
It's so emotional.
The anti-hero.
All right.
And then we could just make up stuff about what he did after. And like how he felt after. No, maybe not that. Maybe not that.
How about not at all?
What? Come on.
All right.
Okay. Well, we've been talking for like 50 minutes.
50?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So we should probably cut it off here. We probably have some usable things.
Maybe. Fred.
Fred. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening.
Yeah, it's been an interesting first podcast.
I thought it was fun. Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was fun. I really hope it doesn't ever turn into anything because I feel like it'll just be a meme shitfest within our friend group.
Yeah. I think that unless it gets spread to people.
Oh God, Tyler's gonna show people at school.
Oh God.
And then,
well, I mean, if it gets spread to people, we can't talk about our friend group as much though, which will be good because we can talk about other things.
Yeah, interesting. Well,
I mean,
less interesting things, but more socially acceptable.
Right.
Things.
And maybe some.
Did you stop recording?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. Hey, everyone.
We'll cut it.
We'll get in post.
Thank you so much for listening.
Yeah, have a nice day.
Have a great day.
Yeah.
And yeah, see you guys later.